video present, so to speak, for my dear Wabo. Because you are so incredibly awesome, I want to share your awesomeness with the world. And by doing that, there really is no way doing that. So what I'm going to do that is read to you from a book that you actually presented to me. And we took a little trip together recently, and I started reading you this book. Now, unfortunately, I did not have time to finish reading you this book. I think we only got about, like 7 pages in. I have no idea. Now, I'm not going to claim that this is one of the greatest literary works of all times, because quite frankly, it's not. But it is enjoyable to a lot of people because it is a bestseller, and I have a feeling by me reading this to you publicly will make you incredibly uncomfortable, and that will make me incredibly happy, because I thrive on making Wavo uncomfortable. So, just like that time I proposed to you in Key West, because that wasn't weird. My husband didn't mind. He still doesn't mind. He thinks he's totally cool with that. Anywho, besides the progressive nature of my lies, I'm going to start reading to you, and we will have a series of these that I will post to your Facebook, and this is part 1. Yay! So, chapter 1 of 50 Shades of Grey, the Hoasome edition. Love you, kid. Okay, chapter 1. I scowl with frustration at myself in the mirror. Damn my hair, it just won't behave, and damn Catherine Kavanaugh for being ill and subjecting me to this ordeal. I should be studying for my final exams, which are next week, yet here I am trying to brush my hair into submission. I must not sleep with it wet. I must not sleep with it wet. Reciting this mantra several times, I attempt once more to bring it under control with the brush. I roll my eyes in exasperation and gaze at the pale, brown-haired girl with blue eyes too big for her face staring back at me, and give up. My only option is to restrain my wayward hair in a ponytail and hope that I look semi-presentable. Kate is my roommate, and she has chosen today of all days to succumb to the flu. Therefore, she cannot attend the interview she'd arranged to do with some mega-industrialist tycoon I've never heard of for the student newspaper. So I have been volunteered. I have final exams to cram for and one essay to finish, and I'm supposed to be working this afternoon. But no. Today I have to drive 165 miles to downtown Seattle in order to meet this enigmatic CEO of Gray Enterprises Holding Incorporated. As an exceptional entrepreneur and major benefactor of our university, his time is extraordinarily precious, much more precious than mine, but he has granted Kate an interview. A real coup, she tells me. Damn her extracurricular activities. Kate is huddled on the couch in the living room, and I'm sorry it took me 9 months to get this interview. It will take another 6 to reschedule, and we'll both have graduated by then. As the editor, I can't blow this off. Please. Kate begs me in her rasping, sore throat voice. How does she do it? Even though she looks gamine and gorgeous, strawberry blonde hair in place and green eyes bright. Although now red-rimmed and runny, I ignore my pang of unwelcome sympathy. Of course I'll go, Kate. You should go back to bed. Would you like some Tylenol or NyQuil? NyQuil, please. Here are the questions in my digital recorder. Just press record here. Make notes and I'll transcribe it all. I know nothing about him, I murmur, trying and failing to suppress my suppress my rising panic. Hey. The questions will see through. Go. It's a long drive. I don't want you to be late. Okay, I'm going. Get back to bed. I made you some soups to heat up later. I stare at her fondly. Only for you, Kate, would I do this. I will. Good luck, and thanks, Anna. As usual, you're my lifesaver. Gathering my backpack, I smile wryly at her, then head out the door to the car. I cannot believe I have let Kate talk me into this, but then Kate can talk anyone into anything. She'll make an exceptional journalist. She's articulate, strong, persuasive, argumentative, beautiful, and she's my dearest, dearest friend. The roads are clear as I set off for Vancouver, Washington towards Interstate 5. It's early and I don't have to be in Seattle until 2 this afternoon. Fortunately, Kate has let me her sporty Mercedes CLK. I'm not sure Wander, my old VW Beetle, would make this journey in time. Oh, the Merc is a fun drive, and the miles slip away as I hit the pedal to the metal. My destination is the headquarters of Mr. Gray's Global Enterprise. It's a huge 20-story office building, all curved glass and steel, and architect's utilitarian fantasy. With Gray House written discreetly in steel over the glass front doors, it's 1:45 when I arrive. Greatly relieved that I'm not late as I walk into the enormous and frankly intimidating glass, steel, and white sandstone lobby. Behind the solid sandstone desk, a very attractive groomed blonde young woman smiles pleasantly at me. She's wearing the sharpest charcoal sparkle suit jacket and white shirt I've ever seen. She looks immaculate. I'm here to see Mr. Gray, Anastasia Steele for Catherine Kavanaugh. Excuse me one moment, Miss Steele. She arches her eyebrows. I stand self-consciously before her. I'm beginning to wish I'd borrow one of Kate's formal blazers rather than worn my navy blue jacket. I have made an effort and worn my one and only skirt, my sensible brown knee-length boots, and a blue sweater. For me, this is smart. I took one of my escape tendrils of my hair behind my ears. I pretend she doesn't intimidate me. Miss Kavanaugh is expected. Please sign in here, Miss Steele. You want the last elevator on the right? Press for the 20th floor. She smiles kindly at me, amused no doubt as I sign in. She hands me a security pass that has visitor very firmly stamped on the front. I can't help my smirk. Surely it's obvious that I'm just visiting. I don't fit in here at all. At all. Nothing changes. I inwardly sigh. Thanking her, I walk over to the bank of elevators and pass the 2 security men on the both. Who are both, don't you know, far more smartly dressed than I am in their well-cut black suits. Eh. The elevator whisks me at terminal velocity to the 20th floor. The doors slide open and I'm in another large lobby, again all glass, steel, and white sandstone. I'm confronted by another desk of sandstone and yet another blonde woman. Young. This time dressed impeccably in black and white, who rises to greet me. Miss Steele, could you wait here, please? She points to a seated area of white leather chairs. Behind the leather chairs is a spacious glass-walled meeting room with an equally spacious dark wood table and at least 20 matching chairs around it. Beyond that, there's a floor-to-ceiling window with a view of the Seattle skyline that looks out through the city towards the sound. It's a stunning vista, and I'm momentarily paralyzed by the view. Wow. I sit down, fish the questions from my backpack, and go through them, inwardly cursing Kate for not providing me with a brief biography. I know nothing about this man I'm about to interview. He could be 90 or he could be 30. The uncertainty is galling and my nerves resurface, making me fidget. I've never been comfortable with one-on-one interviews, preferring the anonymity of a group discussion where I can sit inconspicuously at the back of the room. To be honest, I prefer my own company, reading a classic British novel curled up in a chair in the campus library, not sitting twitching nervously in a colossal glass and stone edifice. I roll my eyes at myself, get a grip, Steele. Judging from the building, which is too clinical and modern, I guess Gray's in his 40s, fit, tanned, and fair-haired to match the rest of this personnel. Another elegant, flawlessly dressed blonde comes out of a large door to the right. What is it with all the immaculate blondes? It's like Stepford here. Taking a deep breath, I stand. Miss Steele, the latest blonde asks. Yes, I croak and clear my throat. Yes, that sounded much more confident. Mr. Gray, we'll see you in a moment. May I take your jacket? Oh, please. I struggle out of the jacket. Have you been offered any refreshments? No. Oh dear, is blonde number 1 in trouble? Blonde number 2 frowns and eyes the young woman at the desk. Would you like tea, coffee, water? She asks, turning her attention back to me. A glass of water, thank you, I murmur. Olivia, please fetch Miss Steele a glass of water. Her voice is stern. Olivia scoots up and scurries to the door on the other side of the foyer. My apologies, Miss Steele. Olivia is our new intern. Please be seated. Be seated. Mr. Gray will be another 5 minutes. Olivia returns with a glass of iced water. Here you go, Miss Steele. Thank you. Blonde number 2 marches. This is hard. Reading's hard. Marches over to the large desk, her heels clicking and echoing on the sandstone floor. She sits down and they both continue their work. Perhaps Mr. Gray insists on all of his employees being blonde. I'm wondering idly if that's legal. When the office door opens and a tall, elegantly dressed, attractive African-American man with short dreads exits. I have definitely worn the wrong clothes. He turns and says through the door, "Golf this week, Gray?" I don't hear the reply. He turns, sees me, and smiles, his dark eyes crinkling at the corners. Olivia has jumped up and called the elevator. She seems to excel at jumping from her seat. She's more nervous than me. Good afternoon, ladies, he says as he departs through the sliding doors. Mr. Gray will see you now, Miss Steele. Do go through, blonde number 2 says. I stand rather shakily, trying to suppress my nerves. Gathering up my backpack, I abandon my glass of water and make my way to the partially open door. You don't need to knock, just go in, she smiles kindly. I push open the door and stumble through, tripping over my feet and falling headfirst into the office. Double crap, me and my 2 left feet. I'm on my hands and knees in the door to Mr. Gray's office, and gentle hands are around me, helping me to stand. I'm so embarrassed. Damn my clumsiness. I had to steel myself to glance up. Holy cow, he's so young. And that's where we're stopping for this first installment. Yay for reading. Enjoy. There'll be more to come. And I know you're waiting on pins and needles because that's what you do. Alright, enjoy. Bye.